Peace, family. We are a few days beyond this No Kings rally, and they're asking on the news, was it a success? Well, I'm here to say, in my humble opinion, that this march was a 100% complete failure. As a matter of fact, it never had a chance to succeed in the first place. And why? Because of the adolescent approach that the organizers had. It never had a chance to succeed. They're encouraging the people to show up, come out in the rallies. You can wear a clown outfit. You can put a funny sign, make it like a Mardi Gras, whatever, And I'm saying to myself, you protesting the government. These people are threatening your right, your freedom of speech, your education, your jobs. They got ICE agents snatching children out of the bed, zip tying them. They separating parents from their children, removing your history from schools, denying funding to colleges. These people are not playing with you. They're not joking. The people that's backing Donald Trump, giving him his agenda, this is not no party for them. They are serious. And you got 3 to 5 million people participating. Half of them dressing like clowns, costume dinosaurs, marching up and down. They laughing and giggling. All while your rights, freedoms, and privileges are being stripped away. Who was the adult that organized this in the first place? Because see, there's no way in the world, if I had a movement that garnered even half this amount of people, when we come out of the other side of this, we're going to have an alternative to the establishment. Because see, no social movement is going to be anywhere near successful as long as the people, the politics, the business, and the industries that you was protesting before this movement is the same ones you're going to be supporting after. You've just eliminated any reason they will have to do better by the people. I had one of the people that was on my last video. He was saying that we got to take the money out of the big corporations. And Keith Ellison, who's one of the organizers, I believe he's out of Minnesota, he was saying that we need to, the next movement need to be double or triple the size. But let me deal with the first comment. How do you take the money from the big corporations that you're protesting and demonstrating against? How do you do that? You do it by creating smaller businesses, smaller industries, smaller corporations. You had 5 to 7 million people protesting. If you had an adult mindset that was going to transform these people from one side of this protest to the other, and had a serious and adult approach, you could have instituted some type of monthly contribution to build smaller businesses, smaller industries, smaller corporations to serve the needs and interests of the people. Because all those people that was there, they was all there for different reasons. Healthcare, jobs, education, cost of living, wages. Let's say you had 5 million people participate. And out of the 5 million, you had everybody contribute. Instead of dressing like clowns, wasting your money buying clowns and dinosaur outfits and Sharpie pens and particle board, donate $5 a month. Every month to build smaller industries, smaller businesses, smaller institutions to safeguard these people's needs, establish a economic standard, business and industries that lower and protect the cost of living. And then, as Keith Ellison was saying, alluding to, increasing the number. You increase the numbers because when they see you being a different people on the other side of this protest that you were before, no longer are you running around like adolescents begging and pleading, mama, daddy, can you get this and can I have that? You transform these people to the adults that they should be and have ownership and control and self-determination over their way of life. So that now the existing business and industries and institutions that was oppressing you in the first place, now they have an alternative that they have to contend with. They got a competitor that they got to contend with. And as you offer a stable, affordable quality of life or pay and lower cost of living, you will get the larger numbers then. But until we leave an alternative in place, there's no incentive for these people to change. You know, I'm going to have to start memorizing some scriptures from the Bible. And one that I'm going to implement more and more, I believe, is Romans 12:2, where it says something about don't be conformed to this world, but changing your mind to other possibilities, to come and be ye transformed by the renewing of the mind. That's how it go. And see, what that's saying is when you be conformed to the world, the only way you see getting through life is what you see around you. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, giving you a different way, a higher elevation of thinking that would encourage you, inspire you to create an alternative that will separate you from the world. That is what we need to be doing. And see, I was talking to this guy in here while I'm at work, and I said, no, there's a lot of people that could run this country better. I said, I could run this country better. And he started laughing and giggling. Nobody can fix it. That's why I just don't even worry about it. I don't concern myself about it. And I said, the problem with that is this. When you join a movement, when you join a club, when you join a church, there's something about the thing that identifies you in this area that you don't like. You join a gym because your physical identity, you want to change. You join the church because your spiritual identity, you want to change. If you join a social movement, you want to change your social environment, your social identity. I want my people to be elevated from this adolescent mindset where they think they got to ask mama, daddy, for what they want, or get it taken away from if they misbehave, to a point where they can have self-determination to have what they want. Ownership and control over what they want. And I say no. And one of the things that I would implement my people to do is to encourage they legislators, the people who they put in office. If you be an elected official, whether you be a Democrat following behind a Republican or a Republican following behind a Democrat, you cannot just remove legislation just because the president that you replaced was the opposing party. I say you have Donald Trump right now talking about something now that the government is in shutdown. He's going to remove all the Democratic policies that he don't like. Not the fact that they don't work. He's going to remove all the ones that he don't like and just leave all the Republicans ones because he liked those. But see, the fact of the matter is this. He's not saying he's going to remove these policies because they don't work. He's saying he's going to remove these policies because they're what he don't like. You see, there's no threat to the people removing policy legislation by the previous president if it's not working for the people. If it's not working, then the people wasn't using it in the first place. He's removing these policies because they do work. And see, when an elected official come into office, if he says that he's going to remove this policy, this legislation, then he needs to show proof that this policy, this legislation does not benefit the people. And in what you're about to implement, you have to show proof that what you're going to replace it with will benefit the people. That way, the success from one president can be continued on by the next president, regardless of who is in party, whose party is elected president. And then when I told him that, he said, you know what? That's a good idea. He said, you should run for president. I said, didn't you just tell me 2 minutes ago that nobody could fix this system? So sitting in front of me for 2 minutes gave you a reason to believe that I could be president? And he started laughing. And I said, do you see how you can stand in front of somebody that can articulate their thoughts, their opinions? You was convinced that this system could not be fixed. And in less than 5 minutes of conversation, I transformed your mind. And now you, a white man, are telling me that I should run to be your president. So now if I can do that for a white person, is it possible I can do that for my own people? I'm in this video here, and as always, leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Ashe.